4 years ago, whatever you can see here around, it wasn't here. No installations, no grass, not a single structure here. This was a swamp, it was a muddy, neglected, and a lot of trash around. So I started buying properties. I purchased 15 properties next to each other. This valley is about 1 kilometer long. The other one is 1 kilometer long, twice as wide as this one here. And all the way down there, conference hall and a little bit more to the north. Once I purchased those properties, started the cleanup work, the water drainage. We made those canals, which became like little water streams. So now we got the dry area. We started removing all what's not necessary, some bushes, some ugly stuff, dry branches and so on. And then we started making the installations. This is one of them. Actually, this was the first installation that we made, stone circles. And you will see in the park a lot of installations. And then it has become the park of the good energy, park of the megaliths, geopunctural circles, meditational platforms, yoga platforms, and so on. What we have in front of me is the concert stage and natural amphitheater. It can hold up to 5,000 people easy. And this is where we have our concerts, especially during the summer solstice. It's 4-day festival, and the fall equinox, it will be 2-day festival. Festival and the fair. When it comes to the fair, we have our stands. There is a little building there, hidden in the forest. This is where we keep our stands, which we rent for free to different vendors, especially people dealing with organic food, honey products, minerals, quartz crystals, things of that nature. And the entrance to all our festivals are always for free. We do pay performers 4,000-5,000 euros each. In the summer, in the fall it's less than that, but we want people to get inside for free. When we were coming here, when you were coming here, you could see that parking is for free also, and all the installations are for free. The reason why, we want to bring this feeling of freedom back to the people. We are born free, but once we start living in our societies, it's always, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. The law forbids this. The pyramid, the energy movement like a spiral coming through the top, coming down. Another one here, going up. Quartz crystal, amplifying those energies. Standing here, pyramid energy is affecting us. The gentleman who donated this, his name is Johannes from Vienna, Austria. Well, this is his idea. Electrons in our atoms. Electrons move at 90% of the speed of light. 90%. Theoretically, if they move quicker, let's say 95%, we would vibrate so high that we could become invisible. Theoretically. So Johannes named this installation Pyramid, Teleportation and Enlightenment Machine. Theoretically it is possible that pyramid energy can affect the movement of the energy, but you need much bigger and much stronger machine. But people who are sensitive, they stand here, they relax, very soon they can feel energy coming from above and from below. Up to 20, 30, 40 seconds. Remember, we can become invisible, maybe, or we can get teleported, maybe, but this is magic forest, anything's possible. Until 4 years ago it was so muddy, you could not move here in the big boot. I remember at that time I brought my parents, father and mother. I was bringing them halfway. I was saying, okay, we're going to have magic forests, we're going to have installations, we're going to have meditation platforms, we're going to have this and that. I saw all of that, of course, at my vision. And my parents are looking at me. They knew I spent all my savings from Houston in the land, and they said, "Where did you waste your money?" Okay, look at today. You've seen the kids, you've seen grown-ups, you've seen people from Bosnia, from all over the world, from Singapore, from America, beautiful. Now, to my right is the donation from Slovenia. This is a sculpture. Iz Visokog, lijepo. Takvi nam trebaju. Mladi parovi iz Visokog. This young couple is from Visokog. Ovo je grupa iz Australije, Njemačke, Švicarske, Amerike, Švedske, Hrvatske, Srbije, Belgije, Kanade, Holandije, sa svih strana svijeta. Now, Vesna from Slovenia made this sculpture and she named her She. She, simply she. Why? Look at the face. In the face, we don't have any specific facial features. It's not any specific woman. But she represents all women of the world. She represents the female energy. She represents emotions, compassion, beauty, and love. Last year we had inauguration of this donation. Then this year she came back, she said, for a month I've been having this channeling. I need to change something. I need to change her blue dress, look at on billboard, blue dress, to something more dignified, more, that will show that she's been established here. So she came and she gave her this beautiful old gold color. Nice place. You will have a couple of days when you have some free time, some spare time. So any of these installations you can come and use, meditate, relax, lament about the life. To my left is a labyrinth. We have a total of 4 labyrinths in our complex. Ancient people were building labyrinths for different aspects of their life. Labyrinth of love, labyrinth of life, labyrinth of freedom, labyrinth of transformation, labyrinth of energy. This is the labyrinth of energy. As you can see, its color is red. Its element is fire. The orientation of the gate to the south. Every labyrinth had different design. This one is rather simple. You enter and you go to the left, you walk all the paths, you are coming to the center. The idea is that the first part of the labyrinth, while you are moving towards the center, you remove from yourself some negative energies, like violence, cowardness, things of that nature. And then from the center, you are coming back, you are receiving new strength, labyrinth of energy, new energy level. So really, when you enter the labyrinth, you exclude yourself from the electrical conduit of stress that we are exposed daily. You don't have a time right now, but when you do have a time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you are free to use every installation for yourself at your own time. And then when you walk any labyrinth, you pace yourself. The way you live, some people live quicker, some people live slower, some people have some more space. The way you walk, that's your life. The labyrinth is your life also. Because in labyrinth you will see you have turning to the left, you turn to the right. Not everything is, one open line, straight line in our life. Sometimes we have challenges, we need to find some other way, and another one, and another one. The good thing about the labyrinths, they're always in balance, the same number of left and right turns. There was 250,000 menhirs in Western and Central Europe. And then from the 12th century to 18th century, Inquisition has destroyed 80% of them. But 50,000 of them remain. They're everywhere. Czech, Slovakia, Poland, Austria, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Great Britain, Ireland. They are everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Now, the biggest man here was in southern France. And it was 175 tons in mass. This one here, 2 tons. We brought it not manually, but by a bulldozer, and we installed it here. We can lift 50 kilos. We cannot lift tons. Archaeologists are at odds. They have no clue who, when, or how, and why. Basically, they are saying it's probably between 5 and 8,000 years back. But then 8,000 years back, that was, according to them, the era of the primitive caveman. Cavemen did not have social organization. Design, shape, transport, erect, install. It has to be, one superior social organization, advanced civilization. But even bigger question is why. Again, archaeologists don't know because nobody teaches them in schools about the true purpose of megalithic or pyramid sites. They don't know after hundreds of years, which is a shame. But they teach them in schools, find a little piece of pottery, find primitive stone tools, that's it. They don't have an engineering mind. They don't know our planet. Below us, underground water streams. Water moves, releases negative energy for us. Flexion, negative energy. And then there are Hartmann grids. Hartmann lines, 30 centimeters, east-west, north-south. They intersect 2 meters by 2.5, 2 by 2.5, 2 by... Those intersections, bad energy for us. Curie's grids, 45 degrees diagonal. Schneider's grids. So they knew about those negative spots. How you neutralize them? With the megaliths. You have megaliths laying horizontally, energy lines going horizontally. Put it standing up, going down, neutralizing those bad energies. That's smart. This guy here can neutralize 150 meters around us. Look just a little bit around, and on subconsciousness level, you will feel pleasant. No negative energies. Ancients knew it. We forgot that now. Sometimes we meet people for the first time at the airport or busy street or here. For some reason that person is looking so familiar and we like it. Energy communicates. Maybe we know them from some previous lifetimes. And the opposite, we meet someone for the first time, there is something you don't like about that. Maybe you had some bad experience with that. What about the energies? Well, we have our energy fields, but every living being has its own energy field. The trees, they have very strong auric field. As a matter of fact, they have even stronger aura than what we have. So we ask kids, okay kids, find yourself a tree. They go around the trees and we tell them, now open your hands. Keep it close to the tree and let's see if you can feel the energy, if you can feel the auric field of the tree. Of course they can feel it. Do something like this. You can stay there. Something like this. This. Look this. Can you feel? Can you feel how the resistance? There's the auric field of the tree. And then we ask them, all right, now close your eyes and ask the tree to give you some of its energy, some of its auric field. You close your eyes. Can you feel the transfer? Yes. All right. Now when you're filled with the new energy, open your eyes, say thank you to the tree, hug it, and show him your love. Hug the tree, show your love, Look at the kids here. They become one with the tree. This is the lesson nobody else teaches them. They don't teach this stuff in the school, unfortunately. But here we teach them how to respect every living thing. They come here once, they remember for the lifetime. Next time they go to the park or the forest with their parents, they will remember, oh, it's alive. Let me get some energy. Let me hug the tree. Eventually the number of people who will be hugging the tree will be much bigger than those who might be laughing at us at this time. Content of iron is very high. The mass 37 tons, 125 kilos. The biggest one in Mexico 30 tons, Costa Rica 25, 37 in the central Bosnia. And we are finding them everywhere in Bosnia, unfinished. This one was on top of the mountain. We discovered it minus 18 degrees. It was, gosh, freezing. This one is granite, 8 of them in northeastern Bosnia. Many others. Sandstone. This one was perfectly spherical, one piece, and one evening the workers could discover it. They were supposed to do, foundation for one private house. Friday evening, they got drunk. They said, okay, let's see what's in there. Boom, hammer. Didn't find anything inside. Volcanic stone, perfectly polished. They're saying volcano is making them. Who's polishing them?
Nature.
Yes, nature. There you go. So we have the real phenomena.
Any idea why?
Huh?
Any idea why these things are made like that?
Okay. So now we did a little experiment here. These are concrete balls. Concrete. In order to make them, we had to make a mold first. Mold. And then we did half, and then another half. So we got, this is 1 cubic meter. 1 cubic meter is 2.5 tons. You can't move that, obviously, 2.5 tons. So we need the bulldozer to move them and lay them out the way I told them to do so. Imagine 37 tons. How do you move 37 tons? Or even 25, or 20. It is developed social organization, or developed civilization. Now the question why. There is a new science called biogeometry, which analyzes effects of different geometrical shapes to the energy. The most powerful geometrical shapes, when it comes to the energy, the pyramid shape. For our planet, 4-sided pyramid, and we already explained why 4-sided, east, west, and south. The second strongest, conical shape, conical, rounded, conical shape. That's why we have so many tumuli, the tumulus phenomenon around the planet. Tumulus in England, Silbury Hill, the biggest one, Marlborough, the second biggest, Glastonbury Tor, these are all, different tumulus type structures. And the third is spherical shape. Now, for the pyramids we can say that they are large power plants, because they are about the energy, amplifying the energy. The tumulus, medium size. Stone balls, a small size power plant. When I say power plant, I use the term in the sense of amplifying the energy. So when you have a high concentration of the stone balls, and you place them above, potent, energy potent places, underground waters, electromagnetism stuff, they amplify those energies. Why do we need those energies amplified? Well, our auric field, immunity, chakras, it affects all aspects of our life. So I started the story about stone balls, talking about the first level, as a reminder on the phenomenon. Oh, by the way, the donor
of the stone balls is a gentleman from Prague, Mr. Peter Hajduk. He's a medical doctor. He actually started as a surgeon. And then he started the surgery, said, I don't want to do that, I don't want to butcher people no more. And he started with Aura Medical Clinic. It says it all. Aura Medical Clinic, non-invasive methods. The second level, look how we lay them out. We have one concrete ball here. This is the human head. 2 hands, 2 legs. Presentation of human. The next level, 4 elements of creation: water, soil, air, and fire. And the fifth element, Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich, Fifth Element. Remember the movie?
Yes.
Good movie. Fifth Element, you know, our connection to the cosmos, to the universe, to the spirituality, to the creator. I'm spending actually more time at every installation with you than anybody else. That's why it's coming to the late time. Let me show you a few more things and then